it's Leela, the proud poly kinky queer slut. Today's question is, should I take my kid to Pride? And fuck yes, you should. Absolutely, take that kid to Pride. Kids need Pride now more than ever. It's essential to include children in this conversation about identity, about acceptance, about love. Um, Pride is at its core a celebration of the freedom to be you. Now, people ask me, what about all the nudity? What about sexually explicit things? Aren't we corrupting children by exposing them to these things? Um, Take a moment and think about one, public streets, everybody's having fun. Um, Ask yourself, is the sight of a boob really gonna hurt my kid? I say no. I argue no. I argue that hiding things and lying to kids and keeping things closed up is more detrimental to them. Pride will engender questions from your children. They will ask you, what's up with this, what's up with that, what's going on with that. At least I hope so, because the best things start conversations, and good relationships with children, in my experience, involve them being curious. Kids are naturally curious. So if your kid asks you, what are those bunches of women on bikes wearing leather doing? Have a conversation with them about how they are, whatever the sign says and what those words mean. Maybe they're, the dykes on bikes, and you can talk to them about what a dyke is, and how they're banding together for that, and how there are all these different things that are under this umbrella of freedom and self-expression. I know nudity and sexual imagery is a concern. As a parent, I find it weird, just disturbing and weird, that we are perfectly fine with so many images of violence in front of our children, but we hide images of sex. And sex is a natural, healthy reproductive act. It's something that is a normal part of the human experience, but we act like that is somehow worse than somebody getting shot in the face. I think that it's important to make sure that we are empowering children with their own autonomy and their own sense of self, that no one is ever putting a child in a situation where they are observing or being asked to partake in sexual behaviors that are directed at them and inappropriate. Absolutely. In the same way that it's very important that people not actually shoot each other in the face. But it's also critical that our queer kids need to see. They need to see other people like them. Straight kids need to see other people who are queer, who are different, and not be afraid of them, but see that they are accepted and wanted. And this is how we build tolerance in our community. I had the experience yesterday of being in a city council meeting and having someone get up and give public comment about how how women and girls need to be protected in their restrooms, and also, by the way, about how the city should not be encouraging just a specific colored people to move there, because this person was clearly anti-diversity, equity, and inclusion, frankly speaking, very intolerantly. And it was very difficult for me not to just shout out, what about my wife? What about my kids? More exposure to these things helps people be more tolerant, because it's not really scary. It's celebration. So bring your family out to celebrate. Bring your family out to celebrate love and tolerance and acceptance and positive body image, positive power image in self, and the idea that you can dress however you want to dress. You can act however you want to act, and it does not give anyone the right to take advantage of you. It gives you power. That's what Pride teaches. So, bring those kids to Pride. Absolutely. Have a drag queen story time. All of this is just messages of love and power and peace. And when your kids ask you questions, lean in and answer them. It's really empowering what happens when you answer your kids' questions. Wonderful conversations that just, as a mother, that lights me up so much. Makes me so happy to see my kids thinking critically about this world, and the ability to have those conversations is a gift that is given to us by these experiences. So thank you very much. I appreciate you listening. I'm Leela, the proud poly kinky queer slut. Remember, you can ask me anything.